On a scale of 1 to 10, how sexy are you compared to the people you work with? You said, I'm a 10. I've never said I was a 10, ever. Survey said, who in your life stresses you out the most? You said, her brother. Survey said, how many diapers does a baby go through in a day? You said, oh yeah. Oh, you ain't got no kids. Oh yeah. Survey said, name something that will make a party depressing. Yeah, that's number 1. You said, a dead person. Survey said, how many of the 10 commandments have you broken this month? You said, 3.
It came out.
Survey said, you just got fired at work. Where do you go? You said, I go straight down to that damn bar. Survey said, tell me what day of the week do you usually overeat? You said, Tuesday. Survey said, then you shocked the nation. Name a month of the baseball season. You said, November. Yeah. Survey said, we asked 100 single men, name something you do when your heart is broken. This boy's not lying right here. Survey said, find another woman. Survey said, we asked 100 men, how much does it cost for a woman to get a boob job? You said, $1,000. I'd open the clinic Friday. Survey said, tell me a word that rhymes with nude. You said, dude. Survey says, how many hours of football do men watch on Thanksgiving? You said, 24 hours. Survey said, name something that might accidentally hit you while you're walking in the park. You said, them cars just flying all over the place. I wouldn't be surprised though. Survey said, name something people spend a lot of time planning. You said, funeral. Survey said, name the age when people's sex drive just dwindles. I mean, just falls off the shelf. They're down to nothing. You said 18. This kid's been busy. Survey said, if you were a carnival worker, name a food you might get sick of smelling every day. You said, mini donuts.
Is that bad?
Survey said, which city in the world has the worst traffic? You said, you can't believe it, can you? Atlanta. Survey said, name something a man gets to keep after a divorce if he has a really good lawyer. You said, money. Survey said, name a place where you get in big trouble if you really said what was on your mind. You said, church. Survey said, we asked 100 men when driving to work in the morning, where are you tempted to drive instead? You said, I'm going back home. Survey said, we asked 100 men when driving to work in the morning, where are you tempted to drive to instead? You said, all the way out to Vegas.
Yes.
Survey said, name something that might get caught in a zipper. You said, damn. Survey said, name something, Grandpa. Name something Grandpa wishes he could trade in for a new one. You said, Grandpa needs a new penis.
It's true. It's true.
Well, you know, they have medication for you now. He doesn't really want to just like throw it away.
But it's a wish. It's a wish.
Yeah, but it's been good to him.
But not no more.
It's not no more, but the memories. You know, a guy has memories. He's attached to it. He don't want to just throw it away.
Grandpa's got to make new memories.
Survey said, if they could have a do-over, what percentage of women do you think would marry their husbands all over again? You said 100%. You've got to be kidding me. Survey said, name a food that's mostly water. You said soup. Brilliant answer. I just don't know how you got to it. Survey said, name a place you would find a lot of sinners. You said, what the hell? Football field. Survey said, name something people put on their resume. You said, a bunch of lies. Survey said, name a color of one of the Muppets. You said, green. Survey said, name a subject elderly people spend a lot of time discussing. You said, hell, death. Survey said, name something that comes with age. You said, hey, but you know, Miss Katie, you sure ain't lying. Survey said, if your body could talk, what would it tell you to do? You said, for the love of God, would you do something? Survey said, if your body could talk, what would it tell you to do? You said, go sit down somewhere. Survey said, when it comes to dieting, at what age does a man decide to just let it go? You said 30, to hell with it. Survey said, winning 33 points. We asked 100 married women, what's the largest amount of money you spent without asking your husband? You said $10,000. My God, Sarah, what are you doing to this man?
I know. They love me no matter what.
Well, you take 10. The survey says, what might you do right after your boss says you fine? You said, you cuss him smooth out. Survey said, tell me someone who owes you money. You said, your mom. Survey said, talk to 100 married women. Before up to your husband, name one specific thing he'd wear to church. You said, your pajamas. Survey said, name a state that probably don't have a great single scene. You said, South Carolina. Come on now. Survey said, we asked 100 married women, name something about you your husband better never criticize. You said, your butt. I don't know how you know that, but that's damn sure for fact. Survey said, see, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you like other people's children? You said, 2. Survey said, we asked 100 married people on a scale of 1 to 10, how intelligent is your spouse? You said, 5. You married a stuffed animal. Are you married? Yeah. Is your husband here? Oh, Carlton. Oh. You ain't no stuffed animal. Survey said, we asked 100 married people on a scale of 1 to 10, how intelligent is your spouse? You said 7. Survey said, name a specific item an auto parts store sells a lot of. You said transmission fluid. Survey said, name a kind of martini. You said a margarita. Survey said, name a state that borders an ocean. You said Miami. Survey said. We asked 100 single women, what percentage of the guys you meet are jerks? You said about 50, survey said. Name something of yours and when you look at it, you realize you chose the wrong one. You said your car, survey said. Name something of yours and when you look at it, you realize you chose the wrong one. You said the damn t-shirt, survey said. Using one exact word, tell me what people say is missing from their life. You said, let's get right to it, money. Survey said, when you say I gained a few pounds, which you've never done, how many pounds are you really, this dude ain't gained no weight.
I'm working on it, Steve.
Yeah, that's all right. How old are you, Mello?
I'm 22, be 23 on the 5th
Oh,
of July.
yeah. Don't worry, it's coming. Don't worry about it. Don't even rush it. You don't even worry about that weight right now. You say I gained a few pounds. How many pounds you really talking about? You said 15. Survey said your job expects you to give 110%. How much do you actually give them? Jeff said, boy, less than half of that. Yeah, survey said, name something a man gets rid of to keep his life simple. You said, bad food. Survey said, name an animal who will eat anything, even you. You said, a goat. Survey said, fill in the blank, crystal blank. Yeah.
I'm diverse.
Crystal meth. Oh. You said, crystal clear. That makes more sense to me.
Small amount.
Survey said, name something a man gets rid of to keep his life simple. You said
133.
Yeah.
133.
A car. Oh, survey said, I'm sorry. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you like other people's children? You said 0. Wow. Survey said, we asked 100 men, tell me the longest you've ever gone without changing your underwear. You said, oh God, a week. Survey said, when your in-laws come to visit, how many days before you've had enough? You said, bye. 1. Survey said, name a word that rhymes with bummer. You said, scummer. That's, I don't know what that is. Scummer, there's a skimmer that floats in the swimming pool. Scummer, I guess that's in the bathtub. It gets the scum. Goes around and gets the scum off the bathtub. Scummers, survey said, scummer. We asked 100 men, name the worst thing for an ex-wife to take from you. You said, that of money, survey said. Name an animal that most other animals are afraid of. You said, the deadly dog, survey said. How many days in a row do you wear the same pair of pajamas without cleaning them? Chad kept it 100. He said, all damn week, every damn day, 7. Survey says, name a place starting with a P that people go to. You said, Panama City. Boy. Survey said, name something some men wear to church that's not a good look. You said, white shoes. White shoes bother you?
Yeah.
Survey says, what part of your body would you want to never get older? You said, your genitals. Let me help you understand something, son. I'm 64 years old. It's gonna get older. Survey said, we asked 100 men, how many miles could you run in 1 hour? You said, 1. But I'm really comfortable with that because that's all the hell I'm gonna do. Survey said, we asked 100 married women, how much time did you need to think over your husband's marriage proposal? You said, while he was on his knee, she sat there for 20 minutes. Survey said, dogs look up to you. Name an animal that looks down on you. You said, the giant cat. Survey said, name something you might cheat on if you knew for sure you wouldn't get caught. God almighty. You said, your damn husband. Survey said, here we go, folks. Name something you feel. He said, the Kool-Aid pitcher.
You gotta keep it full, Steve.
Gotta keep it full.
You gotta keep it
Yeah, man. I know where you're at, man. Boy, this ain't a hood answer right here. Boy, I love you, man. Specifically, the Kool-Aid pitcher. Don't put no iced tea in that. Survey said, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you complain about your job? You said 8. Survey said, tell me the last person who said to you, I told you so. You said, your wife. Mine too. Survey said, name a drink that some people have just before they go to sleep. You said, coffee. Survey said, name something a person might want to do after eating frog legs. You said, jump. Jump. Survey said, name a place a man would go looking for a sugar mama. You said, the Lord's house. Survey said, how much money would a slot machine jackpot have to be for you to scream? You said, $1 million. $1 million, they're gonna have to carry me out of there. What? Survey said, fill in the blank. Blank Buster. You said, Dave. Survey said, come on. Name a vicious animal you'd be shocked to see in a petting zoo. You said, survey said, name something you'd probably see 7 of if you went to the home of the 7 dwarfs. You said, hell, 7 dwarfs. Survey said, fill in the blank cup. You said, my man. Boy, you my man. Come on, don't let me down, Drake. D-cup. You wait, this boy's mind is special. What kind of cup? Damn that D-cup, dog. Survey said, coffee cup. Coffee cup.
Sorry.
Tell me. He said D-cup. Dog, Trey, you my dude, man.
Hey.
Besides pets, name an animal people see in their yard. You said, them damn kids. Get out of here. Survey said, At what age do you think Hugh Hefner thinks a woman is over the hill? You said 25, he probably do. Survey said? At what age do you think Hugh Hefner thinks a woman is over the hill? You said 20. Survey said? Name the name the occupation of someone you hope respects your privacy. You said
Come on now.
the damn FBI.
Come on, be there.
Survey said if Captain Hook no. Captain Hook was moonlighting as a handyman, he might replace his hook with what tool? You said hammer first, we buzzed you, and then you said, I guess for you, I guess that would be your other weapon. Well, if I can't use my hook, I tell you what. I bet I got something to get the job done the whole time. You use your hook if you want to. I'm gonna use this here. Survey said, tell me the age a kid is too old to sleep with a teddy bear. You said, get your little self. What is you doing with a teddy bear? You 4, boy. What's your big ass doing with this teddy bear and you 4? Survey said, name something you might have nightmares about getting hit by y'all football players. You said, huh? He said football player.
So we need another answer.
We need,
You need
okay,
another
now
answer.
listen to me.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. That's a football player, offensive lineman. So, name something you might have nightmares about getting hit by.
A car.
A car. Okay.
Okay, that might have saved you, brother.
You said a car. Survey said, name an insect or bug you hope never gets inside your ear. You said a roach. Survey said, when a squirrel invites a lady squirrel up to his treehouse and he might offer her what kind of nuts to eat. You said, he busts out them cashews. Survey said, fill in the blank. Tiny blank, you said. Tiny arms. Survey said, fill in the blank. When you're at the beach, you see a lot of people with blank legs. You said, white legs. Survey said, a man might tell his wife, I'll give up smoking if you give up what? You said, drinking. Survey said, a man might tell his wife, I'll give up smoking if you give up. And you said, stop eating so much. Oh, God, Sam, don't say that. Survey said, how many drinks would you have if you went to the bar? You said, Sam down there letting them have it. Survey said, we asked 100 men in inches. How much cleavage does a woman show before it's too much?
In your dreams, babe.
He said 7. 7 inches. Your wife said 4. You have no interest in 4 inches of cleavage. Survey said, you can't make everybody happy unless you're what food? You said mashed potatoes. God, I love that answer. Survey said, what age is too old for a man to become a father? You said, what have I been doing? Survey said, name an animal whose name children mispronounce. You said, hippopotamus. Survey said, name someone who slides down a pole. You said, church people's answer, strippers. Survey said, Name something both dogs and cats love to do. You said, sit up there and lick themselves. Survey said, we asked 100 married women if Steve Harvey were your husband, you'd have a much nicer what? You said, house. Survey said, we asked 100 single men, when you buy a dozen condoms, how long do they last? You said, a year. What a nice guy. Survey said, at what age does a man's hair start receding? You said, that very popular age where it all starts happening, 33. Survey said, name someone you always seem to have to negotiate with to get what you want. You said, you ain't never lied, man. Children, survey said, we asked 100 married women on a scale of 1 to 10, how good a dancer is your husband? You said, about a 3. Survey said, if you could control the weather, what temperature would it always be? You said, 85. Survey said, on a scale of 1 to 10, how anxious are you right now? You said, I'm on full tilt. Survey said, name a fast food that's hard to eat while driving. You said, the hell you get some noodles from? Hey, give me a bowl of them noodles and a spoon. Survey said,